9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. This is WWT's Media and PR Princess, Courtney Rice, and everything you need to know about All Elite Wednesday. I hope you guys are excited. We are just getting ready to kick off Dynamite shortly, just waiting for the Big Bang Theory to air off, but we actually have a very stacked card as they continue their road to full gear, which is actually next weekend. Where has the time gone? But AEW Dynamite is coming to you tonight from the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and they do have a stacked show, so there will be a lot of action. So get your water, get your popcorn, get everything you need. I'm just waiting for the Big Bang Theory is starting to air off, but we got a lot to cover, a lot of action, and also so much to do. Yes. Thank you, Boza. And yes, you are correct. Jamie Hager is going to speak, and I'm curious if she's going to speak towards the AEW Women's Championship. And speaking of that, we are kicking off Dynamite, where it looks like it's going to be the grudge tag team match between Christian Cage and Hangman Adam Page taking on Jay White and Juice Robinson in a grudge match. Now, you're probably thinking, like, how did this match all come together? Well, as you know, a couple months ago over the summer, when Jay White was facing Hangman Adam Page for the Owen Hart men's tournament, Christian Cage came in. And unfortunately he screwed Jay White, and Jay White ended up getting hurt. So Jay White was out of action for a couple months, and he actually came back after he saw Juice Robinson be attacked by Hangman Adam Page, along with taking out Austin Gunn in that attack before his match against Juice Robinson. So there's a lot of grudge history with that. So we're just seeing Christian being accompanied by the patriarchy, Kip Saban, Nick Wayne, and Mama Wayne, and we're just waiting on his tag team partner. And we're just waiting on his tag team partner, Hangman Adam Page. And sorry, I'm just like trying to do two things at once. It's not that good. Not that good. Thank you, Bobby. Hello, happy Wednesday. And I am having a wonderful Wednesday. I'm actually here with all of you on a Wednesday. So as I mentioned earlier, we have a grudge match, but I'm very curious because there's also another person that's feuding with Christian Cage, and that is Hook. Because I know he wants to get his hands on Christian. So I wouldn't be shocked if he was lurking somewhere behind. Oh, thank you, Bobby. This is actually Betty Boop. This is one of the things my mom liked when I was younger. So Betty Boop. So we're just waiting on. And here comes Jay White and Juice Robinson of the Bang Bang Gang. They are ready for a fight. And I'm going to tell you, I'm actually very excited for Hangman versus Jay White at Full Gear. Because there's a lot of grudge. There's a lot of personal history. And I'm actually excited for this tag team match, but as I mentioned, don't be shocked because Hook is also lying around too. Because we know who the culprit was with Taz. We heard what Christian said last week because he wanted to take Taz out of the equation. But I'm very excited that this is kicking off. I'm actually surprised this is kicking off because I thought it would be later in the show. But I think for the main event, it's going to be probably either the tag team match between FTR and House of Black or Leo Rush versus Swerve Strickland. So it could be one of those matches that beats the main event. So, oh, Bobby, awesome. I can't wait to hear who's going to be your next client for AEW. So, as I mentioned, this is Courtney Rice, WWT's Media and PR Princess, and everything you need to know about Dynamite. And we are kicking off with a grudge match, tag team style, with Hangman and Christian Cage taking on Jay White and Juice Robinson. And it looks like it's going to start off with Hangman and Jay White. As I mentioned earlier, these two are going to meet at Full Gear, so they're walking each other. So we're starting off back and forth. Sorry. I had to hear who was doing commentary because I know it's Excalibur and Tony. Because sometimes they'll have like Nigel or Daddy Magic because, Taz is not there. Okay, so I after hearing it, it's Nigel. Nigel McGuinness is doing commentary tonight. So you'll be seeing him tonight on Dynamite, and of course you'll see him on Collision. So Nigel's doing commentary tonight, and I like that him and Daddy Magic are taking turns because, of course, on Wednesdays, but of course, Rampage Friday night it's Daddy Magic. Saturday nights it's Nigel. So, I'm seeing a little bit of tension between Christian and so Christian's trying to take out Jay White, so he gives him a chop. Number 3, client summon. Oh, that's nice, Bobby, that you chose Harley Cameron. Yes, Harley Cameron is definitely somebody that's been very impressive. And I will say the bumps that she took this past year has been very incredible, and happy to see her evolving in her wrestling. So hopefully she is a future star in the making in AEW. And we see Juice Robinson just being his antic self going against Christian. Oh, and it's so ironic. He is married to my client, Tony Storm. So, but they're made for each other. I can see they gel so well. So, Juice and Christian. Christian, of course, giving a kick to the ribs to Juice. All right. Juice doing his signature punches, giving a punch to Hangman. Oh, Christian did a counter net breaker. I will say, Christian, I will say this because I've watched Christian's career a lot. He does do a really great heel. I will say he does do a lot of good heel work, even though he does act like a jerk. So, Christian threw Juice outside the ring, and look, that's sleazebag Wing trying to get involved. And just remember, because where Christian goes, you will see the patriarchy. So, Nick Wayne, Mama Wayne, Kip Sabian, they're all at ringside to make sure Christian wins. But like I said, we may be seeing Hook during the match because, as I mentioned, we now know who the culprit was that beat up on Taz. So Hook will be lurking around somewhere. So it looks like there's a little bit of tension between Christian and Hangman Adam Page because Christian was trying to tag him and Hangman tagged himself in. Wonder if Nick Wayne and Shauna aren't getting jealous of the new member on Collision. He did say, I love you. Well, that is true, but we just need to see the story further develop. I mean, yeah, there was a little bit of tension, but I want to see this develop a little bit further too. And I know they're trying to fill that void because Luchasaurus is, of course, recovering from a serious health scare. So that's also a factor too. But I just want to see how this develops in the coming weeks. Also, with the fact I know they have to kind of be cohesive because, as I mentioned, they're in a feud with Hook, and I know Hook's gonna probably have some backup to help him with that because Hook cannot take on those people by himself. He just can't. But going back to the match, Christian Cage, but he does that. All right, 1-2, kick up by Juice. So Christian's putting Juice Robinson in a headlock. See, you got him real tight in the headlock. So let's see, he threw Juice Robinson outside, and of course, Nick Wayne looking on, trying to talk some trash. But if we don't see Hook, we may see Austin and Colton Gunn. So, and speaking of Hook, there he is. Hook taking out Nick Wayne. That's smart. I mean, him and Dwayne are going outside of the ring. So that's one, but also that leaves Kip Sabian and Mama Wayne. So I kind of knew Hook would get involved somehow. But look, Juice, Juice doing an offense outside of the ring, and both men are laid out. So the referee checking on them. Well, that's one less thing to deal with. Hook. I'm looking forward to watching different AEW wrestlers wrestling. Yes, Bobby, that is true. New Japan Wrestling. And it's important because they have that partnership with AEW. Plus, it's nice to see wrestlers who never wrestled in New Japan Wrestling get an opportunity like that. So I really do love to see that. Of course, we're going to see Mercedes Moné defend her TBS championship. We're going to see Konosuke Takeshita. Of course, Mina Shirakawa there. So I love seeing some of the AEW stars, and it's really important to really continue that partnership with consistency and stability. And it also does help out build the perspective wrestlers' brands a bit, especially wrestling in Japan. So that also is an added bonus. Going back to the match, tag team match, we see Hangman and Jay White. There's a Christian coming in trying to stop it. Jay White is looking, there's two, taking out Hangman. All right, so Hangman, DDT from Jay White. Let's see, Christian counter. I still call him prettier. Ooh, counter by Jay White. Ooh, suplex by Jay White. And it looks like Hangman hurt his knee a bit. 1, 2, kick out by Hangman. And it looks like he's going to tag in Juice Robinson. And Juice looks like they're doing a double team on Hangman. Jay White. Ooh, he's going after that knee that Hangman's been holding on to. Juice doing his signature move. Ooh, suplex. 1, 2, kick out by Hangman. I will say, Jay White and Juice Robinson do work coherently as a tag team. I know the Pirates came from Big Bang Gang, but then Christian taking Juice outside the ring and to give him a punch, but Christian laid him out. Let's see, Juice on the top rope and do a drop kick, but got countered by Hangman. And what's the Jay White doing? Trying to get the Hangman. Ooh, thumb to the eyes to Jay White by Hangman. Ooh, clothesline out. See, Hangman. Both Hangman and Juice on top. Juice is trying to counter. So let's see what Hangman's gonna do here. Ooh. Yeah, really nothing Ooh, suplex off the top rope. 1, 2, kick out by Juice. Ooh, a power bomb by Hangman. 1, 2, kick out save by Jay White. And Hangman, he just hits it. These two, I will say, these two are definitely gonna. You can just see the intensity of his face. Juice trying to throw off the top rope. Punches Christian. Ooh. Jay White. Do a buckshot. Counter by Jay White. Ooh. But then counted by Christian. Is he doing him prettier? Here comes Juice. Punch to the jaw. Ooh. Counter. Oh, man. That was a fast move, Jay White. Christian and Jay White. Well, Christian. Oh, Jay White taking out Christian Cage outside the ring. Juice and Hangman. It looks like Juice is fired up and he's trying to end this match. His punches. All right, let's see. Hangman, I think he's trying to end it here. And then Mother Wayne. Of course, Mother Wayne comes out. I just wish they had a. It would be nice to see a female counterpart take out Mother Wayne. I feel like Juice. You know what Juice do? He should spray her, and then Kip Saban hit Juice Robinson with that contract. Hangman does a signature move. Yeah, that's it. Damn patriarchy. So your winners of the match is not Jay White, Hangman, Adam Page, and Christian Cage. Thanks to help from members of the patriarchy. I will say this was a good solid match to kick off Dynamite. I know there's going to be a lot of grudges with not just the Bang Bang Gang, but also Hangman and Christian Cage. So, geez. Well, I will say, Full Gear is shaping up. Hangman, Jay White, their match is definitely going to cook. So, I will say this after this grudge match, this is far from over, but it took. I know. I wish it would be nice to have like a female counterpart or like somebody from the ladies' locker room to just punch Mother Wayne in the face. But I know that will happen soon. So we have the tag team match. Of course, we're getting into the main event, and it looks like I'm interested in this. Mox seizes the Superstation TBS tonight. I don't know how that's going to go. I mean, I'm guessing he's going to oversee TBS. I'm curious on how this is going to look, but we shall see where it looks. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have Leo Rush versus Swerve Strickland. And we're going to hear from Bobby Lashley on his match ahead of Full Gear against Swerve Strickland. And then, of course, they have the AEW World Tag Team 4-Way match, Private Party. And, of course, we've seen the Outrunners. They won their match this past weekend on Collision. And tonight, we really got a good match. So we have the House of Black taking on FTR tonight for Dynamite. And, of course, we have the TBS Championship match, Mercedes Moné taking on Chris Statlander. Oh man, those ladies are definitely gonna cook, and I think this is gonna be the biggest obstacle Mercedes is gonna face. And speaking of Miss Mercedes, let's see what she is with Miss Renee. Ooh, it looks like she's Mystery Camille, and she's on a wrist. It's only sooner or later Camille's gonna turn on Mercedes. Sooner or later. And speaking of Chris Statlander, Mercedes, you might want to turn around. You go, oh man, she hit Camille. I'm gonna tell you something. If you mess with her brick house and you beat the crap out of her, if I were Mercedes, I'd be very scared because Chris Sadler is somebody you would not want to mess with. Oh man, she drew the whole wall. Camille. My goodness, Chris is hell bent on being the first. Yeah, she is. You said forget, she's a former TBS champion. She's a former TBS champion. Oh man. Oh, that match is gonna do it. And we're going to hear from Will Ospreay after his return last week. If you remember, during Wrestle Dream, he got attacked. He got attacked by Kyle Fletcher during his match at Wrestle Dream. So that's very, very hard to do. But we haven't seen Will Ospreay after Wrestle Dream in a couple weeks. We got to see him last week where he got to help out Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricochet, and Mark Davis take on the Don Callis family. And I have a feeling if it's not Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher at Full Gear, I think it's going to be a tag team match consisting of Ricochet, Powerhouse, Kyle Fletcher, and Will Ospreay taking on the Don Callis family at Full Gear. So that's just something because I don't think they fully announced all their matches, and I think there's going to be a few more matches to come as well. So I'm very excited on that. Lost in the Shuffle, our main event will be the match that determines. Oh, thank you, Rosa, for that. I was very curious what was going to be the main event. Either that or Leah Rush versus Swerve. I thought one of those was going to be the main event. But thank you for pointing that out. And also, Bobby, to answer your question, I will be at Full Gear next weekend. I'm very excited. This is actually my first PLE with AEW. So this is really exciting to see it live, especially from Jersey. So I'm very excited to enjoy this PLE. The match is definitely going to be awesome. Hi, Cousin Ron. Thank you for joining tonight's edition of Stone Cold Elite Wednesday. I know last week was a little bit crazy because we had the Wednesday Night Wars. The Councilman, he handled NXT. He handled NXT. I handled Dynamite, and it was a little bit of chaos in between. But Wednesday night is Stone Cold Elite Wednesday. So I'm very excited to be with all of you. Also, I have a question with all of you. Since we now know who the main event is, who do you think is going to advance to that tag team four-way between FTR and House of Black? Feel free to put in the chat on who do you think should be. Feel free to put in the chat on who you think, either House of Black or FTR, because that match is going to be good. And also, you remember some of the history that they had, a lot of it was on Collision. They had incredible matches from like grudge matches, ladder matches, tag team matches, everything when Collision first came on. So they had some memorable matches. Thank you. Yes, I'm super excited. Oh, well, hopefully, Cousin Ron, you get to attend Full Gear next weekend as well. But yes, I will be there next Saturday at Full Gear. I'm gonna make sure to give my full predictions before I go. I make sure to get my full predictions before I go to Full Gear. So hopefully the match card will be set. I hope so. What was that? I want House of Black, partly because it would be cool to see them in the match. And FTR has even had shots. I think it's Malachi and Buddy representing tonight. Boza, I believe if you watch Collision this past weekend, it's going to be Brody and Malachi that's going to be representing House of Black tonight. So yes, it's going to be Brody King and Malachi Black, because on Collision, FTR did a promo with them on who was going to face him. So just a little FYI. I would love to see the House of Black. And yes, to prove your point, FTR, I have nothing against FTR. I respect them fully. But I feel like a lot of times they insert themselves into the title picture. And that kind of infuriated me when my clients, the Acclaimed, were in a feud with Young Bucks because I was very excited for them to kind of really get in the feel. But the one thing I will say about my clients, the Acclaim, they were not going to have it. And this is when they had their title shot with the Young Bucks. And plus, they were former tag team champions. And also, they did what many tag teams in AEW have not done, most specifically homegrown tag teams. They have a win over FTR. So that's really, really huge. But I would love to see the House of Black in it. But changing in the news, we see Tony Schiavone in the ring with Will Ospreay. And let's hear what Mr. Ospreay has to say. It looks like Will Ospreay is going to call out Kyle Fletcher. So this should be really interesting. And I am curious on what he's going to say, especially after the last couple weeks where Kyle Fletcher did his promo after Wrestle Dream. And we'll see what Mr. Fletcher has to say. Thank you. Of course, Boza. That's why I'm here. I always like to clarify stuff, especially on the AEW side with Dynamite as well. But let's hear what Kyle Fletcher has to say. Oh man, there's just chaos in the ring. Well, Ospreay knows how to good promo. He does know how to do it. Well, honey, and my sister WWT, you got your wish. Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay, Full Gear. And it's funny because I've been saying this for a couple weeks that it was gonna happen a couple weeks during the watch along, but woo, we're getting the match. So of course we see Lance Archer stay in the ring. It's a nice segue because Lance Archer is taking on Roderick Strong in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So he's looking for Roderick. I hear Roderick Strong's music. Where is he? Oh, where's Roderick? He hit a kendo stick. So here we go. Trying to change the banner because I didn't do the first match. But yeah, folks, we're getting our match at Full Gear, and we got to see Kyle Fletcher with some members of the Don Callis family, Brian Cage and Lance Archer, and then of course we got to see Powerhouse Hobbs and Mark Davis help align with that. So it was an interesting segue to the Falls Count Anywhere match. So right now we're switching in Falls Count Anywhere match between Roderick Strong and Lance Archer. And also, if Roderick Strong wins, he gets to face off against MJF. But if Adam Cole wins his match with Konosuke Takeshita, then it's a possibility it could be a triple threat. So, I know this past Saturday on Collision, Roderick Strong was laid out by Lance Archer and Brian. This is going to be a good match. Falls Count Anywhere. Also, don't be shocked if you see the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom come in, along with Brian Cage as well. So hopefully, Roddy has some backup there. Look at the transition. We're going to the hardcore. Yep, this is his third match, as I mentioned. Or does lighting stuff backstage? Didn't see Roddy. Yeah, I did. The lighting was a little bit hard to do, and Roddy did go through a table. But I love that they're doing the picture the commercial. The match is still going on, and they are fighting through the crowd, which is always fun to do. Of course, you have the referee there, and Lance Archer looks like he has Roderick Strong. I think this is going to be Roderick Strong's toughest task because Lance Archer is no joke, friends. But folks, we do have another match for Full Gear. Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay. So it's actually shaping up to be a really good card for Full Gear. So it really is. It really is. So I can't think of any more matches to add in there because I think between tonight and Collision, the tag team will be set. We still don't know what's going to happen with Mariah May since she's the women's champion because she has her big match this Saturday against Anna Jay. And I didn't mention this on Monday because I know Professor was talking a little bit about Mariah not having a rivalry, but it looks like she's starting to have a legit rivalry with Anna Jay because Mariah May is talking all this stuff about the women's division. They're chumps and they're like, oh, I'm sick and doing this and blah, blah, blah. Anna Jay is standing here like, I'm here. I want to face you. And she's more than willing to step up to the plate. And she's the only female, since Mariah May's been champion, she's the only female that has given her a clean pin. And plus, I would be happy to see their rivalry heat up a bit because Anna Jay, I will say she's come a long way from being in the Dark Order to Jericho Appreciation Society to wrestling at Stardom in Japan and coming back to the States and even getting praise from Will Ospreay. So I'm very proud to see Anna Jay really step up to the plate, and I would love for their rivalry to extend a further bit and show everybody why she's the Queen Slayer. So that is my thoughts on Anna Jay. Turning back to the action with the fun between Roderick Strong and Lance Archer. And Roderick Strong looks like he's trying. I was trying to look at that. I didn't see it. I just earlier this. Not far behind. Because this is a fall camp anywhere, folks. No disqualifications, but they just want to take out. Oh, I see the sign. That is a cute sign. Oh, and look, there's that David. Said it. They're trying to take out both Cage and Archer. Yeah, looking for. Yep, Anna did say that if she doesn't become women's champion, she'll never challenge Mariah. As long as she's women's champion, doesn't mean she's out of the title picture. She just can't challenge Mariah again as long as she's champion. So that is definitely going to be a fun match, and I kind of wish they extend their rivalry a little bit because it does seem to heat up. But going back to this match, Lance Archer and Matt Taven, and I don't even know what he's doing here. Looks like he's out. Look at that security! Security trying to come in, but hit security. And Lance Archer. I know Michael Brian. Looks like Lance Archer has the upper hand. Yeah. Not out yet. Which one is it? Question in the chat: Who do you think? Who do you think is going to face MJF? You want Roderick Strong or Adam Cole to face off against MJF? So feel free to put it in the chat. And Roderick Strong hit Lance. A lot of the fans are getting behind Roderick. Kick to the face to Archer. 1, 2, oh, 3. So Roderick Strong, he got 3 wins. He has 3 wins. He's the winner. But as I mentioned earlier, Adam Cole has to face Konosuke Takeshita. So far, Roderick Strong has 3 wins. But we'll see what happens later tonight when his brother in. And look, we see MJF looking on. I know he doesn't seem very impressed by it. But yeah, the winner is Roderick Strong. But as I mentioned earlier, Adam Cole faces Konosuke Takeshita. And you're correct, Boza. If Adam Cole wins, it will be a triple threat match. And let's hear what Roderick has to say. And surprise, surprise, Konosuke Takeshita wants to take out Roderick Strong after the match. After Roddy said some words to MJF. I don't know why. I just have a feeling one of them is going to turn on each other, Roderick Strong and Adam Cole. I don't know why. But speaking of that, here comes Adam Cole. And he wants Konosuke Takeshita. And it's nice to have that segue. It's nice to have that segue. I love how the segue hits, and it makes a lot of sense. But now we get to see Adam Cole versus Konosuke Takeshita, and they're already getting to the ring, and the referee just rang the bell. Oh, looky, Brian Danielson, I will give you a hello. Hi, Yunka Mello. No, Dr. Britt Baker, her match did not happen with Penelope Ford yet, because she will be in action later tonight. So you made it just in time. This is WWT's Media and PR Princess, and everything you need to know about All Elite Wrestling. Courtney Rice, you're joining with me on Stone Cold Elite Wednesday, and we just wrapped up an insane Falls Count Anywhere match between Roderick Strong and Lance Archer. Roderick Strong came out as a winner, and now we are seeing Konosuke Takeshita take on Adam Cole. Now remember, Roderick Strong won all three of his matches. If Adam Cole wins this match, it will be a triple threat match with those two along with MJF. So MJF is watching this match, and I can tell you if Adam Cole wins, he'll probably be too pleased, but who cares about that jerk? Who cares about what that jerk wants? But anyways, going back to the match between Adam Cole and Takeshita. Ooh, nice counter by Takeshita. And Takeshita looks like he has a serious face. He has a dazed face. He really wants to hurt Adam Cole. Have his boot to the face. All right, yeah, I think that's one of the perks of it being in picture, where even though it's still commercial, at least the match is still going. That happens. Oh, and before I forget, because we didn't even talk about this on WWT Live, there was just so much happening in the wrestling world between like today's the anniversary of Eddie Guerrero's passing. Also, it's Hiroshi Tanahashi's birthday, so we want to wish him a happy birthday. Of course, John Cena's getting ready for his farewell tour. Also, another set of breaking news, because we did not get to share this, but I shared it on my socials today. And Tony Khan mentioned this on Twitter, that AEW purchased the licensing rights to the song November Rain by Guns N' Roses, and it will be the official theme song ahead of Full Gear. I think that is incredible, and I love that they're giving away music, considering we are in the month of November, and anybody who listens to that song is a classic. And a little known, that song was released on the year I was born, 1991. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of breaking news ahead of Full Gear. Quick FYI with that. November Rain by Guns N' Roses will be the official theme song for Full Gear. And I think it makes a lot of sense with the song, because there's some rivalries that kind of relate to it. So that's a little bit of breaking news. But I love that. Let's see. So we still have a picture of the back. Ooh. Ooh. I know Adam Cole wasn't. Ooh. Another close on him. It looks like Adam Cole's really fired up. Well, even though this match is still going in picture, because there's not much happening, as I mentioned earlier, FTR House of Black happening tonight. We also have one more tag team qualifying match happening on Collision. Even though Collision will be tomorrow, and tomorrow from Albany, New York, it will be aired on Saturday. So the final match is going to be La Facción Incomprenable with Jake the Snake Roberts, Rush, the Beast Mortos, and Olisico taking on my clients, my guys, the Acclaims, this Saturday on Collision, and that's the final qualifying match. Of course, I'm going for my boys in that match, but feel free to put in the chat who you think is going to take the last 2 spots in the tag team match. But switching gears here, we are on Happy Cool and about wins. It's going to be a triple threat match between Strong, Adam Cole, and MJF. So Adam Cole really needs to win. But also, I have a quick question, and this is going to sound interesting. If Adam Cole beats Konosuke Takeshita, do you think he should be in line for a future opportunity for the international championship? Feel free to put that in the chat because I'm very curious. If he beats him, he should be in line for a future opportunity for the international championship. That's something that I'm always curious about. Referees. So then it looks like Takeshita's trying to taunt Adam Cole. He's trying to taunt him, and Adam Cole's punching him. He's trying to give him a sucker punch. It looks like Takeshita's taunting. Adam Cole, he looks like he's fired up. He's trying to throw punches at Takeshita. Ooh, kick. By Takeshita. Ooh, a kick to the face by Adam Cole. Insecurity. Let's see what Adam Cole looks like he wants to finish him, but Takeshita countered. Ooh, nasty punch. Ooh. Hopefully that wasn't botched. It looked like it hurt. Kick out by Takeshita. Okay, Adam Cole on the top rope. But Takeshita countered it. Let's see what he does. Ooh, that's a nasty bump. Ooh, man. Ooh. It drilled Adam Cole. I don't even know how Adam Cole kicked out of that. And Takeshita's taking off his knee pad and he wants to finish Adam Cole. All right, Adam Cole. Oof. Ooh, kick to the face by Adam Cole. Adam Cole wants to finish him. Ooh. Adam Cole, I think he's starting to feel it. He's taking off his knee pad. And is he going to hit it? Because if he hits it, this is over. But Takeshita got outside the ring. He's trying to hit something. Oh, that diamond ring. That diamond ring. He has a diamond ring. And Adam Cole. Oh! Sucker punch. There's no way Adam Cole's going to kick out of that. But we've seen a lot of crazy things in wrestling. Let's see. Is it 1, 2? Yeah, that's it. The winner of the match, Konosuke Takeshita. So it looks like Roderick Strong is going to face MJF And I don't know why, but during that match, I smell shenanigans. I smell shenanigans during that match. I feel like something is bound to happen. But I will talk about it in my post show later. And it looks look, that jerk. I know he's laughing at this. He's just enjoying this. But Takeshita, he won thanks to that Diamond Dozen ring. So it looks like we're gonna see Roderick Strong versus Don Callis, MJF. And here comes Roderick Strong. He's trying to beat the crap. Ooh, a low blow by Takeshita. He's trying to take out both of them. And it looks like Takeshita's taunting Roderick Strong. He's trying to punch him in the ring. Who's coming in the ring? Oh, Kyle O'Reilly. Well, Kyle O'Reilly, I mean, even though he's part of the collaboration, he was part of the Undisputed Kingdom. So, Kyle O'Reilly. I wouldn't mind seeing him. I know Kyle O'Reilly's in the middle of the I know he's in the middle of the feud with the conglomeration, the Death Riders, but he does have a soft spot for the Undisputed Kingdom. He was a member. And look who's coming out. Ricochet. It's like everybody wants him. Ooh, a kick by Ricochet. So it looks like Takeshita has a target on his back because first it's Kyle O'Reilly, and then of course we know Ricochet wants that belt. So yeah, Takeshita has a lot of stuff on his belt. So look, and how about Roddy? So it looks like Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, I wonder why he didn't shake Roddy's hand. He shook Roddy's hand. I wonder why he didn't shake his hand. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we got through. This has been an interesting segue to matches. Oh, and looky, we have Marina Shafir, the Death Riders. I can't call them BCC. They're the Death Riders. And here is the champion. He is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, folks, along with the AEW Trios Champion. And it looks like he's overseeing TBS. I don't know how that's going to work, but it looks like he's overseeing the TBS Superstation, but we shall see. And we are almost at hour one. We're almost finishing the first hour. Where has the time gone? Where has the time gone in this match? But this is Courtney Rice, WWT's media and PR princess, and everything you need to know about All Elite Wrestling. I definitely want to thank everybody for coming out to this chat on this weekly edition of Wednesday. I want to give a shout out to Boza, Bobby, Hassan, my WWT sister Honey, cousin Ron. Who else? I see Brian Danielson in the chat and Yanka Bello joining. So thank you all for joining because we are almost complete with our number one. So it has been a stacked Dynamite so far. And also, I will be doing a post show after this, but it's going to be on a different link. So hold on to your seats because I will be sharing my thoughts throughout the entire show. What's going to happen next as they continue the road to Full Gear, which is happening next Saturday. Next Saturday at the Prudential Center from Newark, New Jersey. It is going to be a fun show. Yours truly will be there in person. So this is my first AEW PLE to attend. So I'm very excited on that. And it's shaping up to be a good card so far. And also, we just got another match announced. Actually, two confirmed matches. It will be Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher one-on-one. And we're also going to see Roderick Strong taking on MJF. Because as we mentioned, Konosuke Takeshita and Adam Cole. So we'll see. We'll see if Roddy can handle MJF because I think he was chuckling after Adam Cole lost because even though he doesn't have to face Adam Cole, he's still got to face Roderick Strong. So it's going to be a good, solid match either way. I'm looking forward to seeing these two collide in the ring. So we got a lot more action to come. And like I said, we're almost done hour number 1. We got a few matches. We have Leo Rush versus Swerve Strickland. We still got to hear from Jimmy Hager and Bobby Lashley. Of course, we saw the AEW World Heavyweight Champion Moxley. Apparently, he's going to seize the Superstation TBS. I don't know what that means, but that's going to be something. Of course, we had the return of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Penelope Ford. And then, of course, our main event, FTR versus House of Black for the full gear 4-way contender series. And the winner of that match is going to join Private Party and the Outrunners ahead of full gear. And also, as I mentioned, there is one more match. Oh, and speaking of that, we get to hear from the Hurt Syndicate where they're interviewed by the wonderful Renee Paquette. So let's see what Renee has to say to Bobby. Oh. Well, we got to hear what, MVP with his mouthpiece head up. Well, it looks like we transitioned from Bobby Lashley because, as I mentioned, the Hurt Syndicate is going to watch Swerve Strickland's match against Leo Rush. But the Death Riders looking like JD because he partners with Beef. I don't know what they mean by season TBS, but here comes the AEW World Heavyweight Champion with Marina here. And I don't see that. I see Claudio and Wheeler. So we're going to hear what the champ has to say because he has a date next Saturday against my client, Freshly Squeezed, Orange Cassidy, an AEW original for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And this is the first time Orange Cassidy gets a taste of World Championship opportunity. So I'm excited for him. And he's from New Jersey, by the way, folks. So that makes it clear. So I'm curious. Because I know Orange is in the back. Good thing you can see your client first. I hope so too. I would love to ask him a question. But let's see what the champ has to say in the ring. And speaking of that, there comes my client. Let's see what Mr. Orange has to say. Looky! Darby Allin! See, Darby Allin ain't far behind. I wish just because I know look, I have nothing against ladies kicking the crap out of the guys, but Willow will be back soon. She will be back. Darby Allin, Darby. Trust me. Don't worry, Boza. Willow Nightingale is with the conglomeration, but she is on concussion protocol. She's on concussion protocol, and hopefully she will be back soon. Because remember, she is aligning with the conglomeration, and she has helped Orange Cassidy in the past. It's just she's on concussion protocol, but she will be back soon, and I know she really wants to kick the crap out of her. Oh my God, Darby! That's why I love. Okay, woo, that was really interesting. So, cool. So we actually have a match for Dynamite next week, and it's the final Wednesday before Full Gear. It will be Orange Cassidy taking on Will Yuta next week on Dynamite. So I'll be talking a little bit about that on the post show after this. So it's gonna be on a different link, but do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. But of course, they're showing. Excuse me. They're showing clips from last week, the collaboration and the learning tree, and we get to hear from Chris Jericho in the learning tree. So let's see what Mr. Jericho has to say. And also, this past weekend, it was his birthday. Happy belated 54th birthday. Well, that was very interesting, Mr. Jericho. And looky. It's not even 9:30 yet, and we have a women's match happening. Britt Baker versus Penelope Ford. And it's not a coincidence her wrestling gear is in yellow because, well, we all know who her favorite team is, the Pittsburgh Steelers. By the way, actually, he got a big win over the Commanders last week. So I'm very happy to see that. So, and also, and this is the first because finally AEW is planning matches ahead. So 2 weeks from tonight, as I mentioned, Thanksgiving Eve, it will be Ishii versus Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Championship on the Thanksgiving Eve edition of Dynamite. So that's going to be a good one. So we are at the halfway point, and we got some ladies. Yeah, I need to talk to Mr. Bossman about this. He needs to start putting a lot more than one ladies matches on Dynamite. You can have more. You have more than one on Rampage and Collision, but you don't have it on your main flagship show. I will talk about that in the post show. And your Dolphins got to go. Yeah, we snapped our 3-game losing streak, and hopefully we can get some wins because I feel like December and January is always hard for the Dolphins. But I believe they can do that. As I was saying earlier, wish was here, but it's on Collision. I know. I guess because they had to even it out with Collision too, because they want to spread everything with the ladies, and I think it's only fair that we do have some matches on Collision. I think they didn't want to put everything in one, so it's nice they spread it out a little bit, and happy that Collision's getting a lot of love and attention. And I will say, since Collision started, they actually put on some pretty good matches. Since they recently celebrated their 1-year anniversary of being on TNT. So that's awesome too. We got all right. We got the ladies between Zachary and Penelope Ford. It looks like counter. Right. Britt. Ooh, punch by Britt Baker. I know she didn't mention she's trying to get back in the hunt for the AEW Women's World Championship. So hopefully with this win, she can at least it could really help her out if she wins tonight. It could get her back on the road to the title picture very soon. But before that happens, Mariah May has to deal with not just Anna Jay, Mina Shirokana, but also she has to deal. She also has to deal with the return of Mike Hyatt, the Timeless One, when they come to Australia in February 2025. So if anybody is getting a title shot, well, after Anna Jay, it's my client. That's it. But going back to the ladies' match, and Dr. Britt, I just hope they have a good, solid ladies match. I just wish it's solid and it doesn't go over. And I already know it's going to be an overrun tonight with that main event. So I hope the ladies get as much time as needed. But it looks like Penelope has the upper hand. And of course, we are but the match is still going on. It looks like Penelope just has the upper hand against Britt. Which I have to say, I will say, even though with Penelope, this is her third match back on AEW, I was very nervous she was going to be a little bit stiff, but she has gotten a little bit better. I felt like she has it. So Penelope looks like she's getting the upper hand. I hope we see my clients of gold. And yeah, I can see it. Well, we're halfway through the year. A lot could happen between now and next month because we're almost at the end of the year with 2024. And also we're getting ready for 2025. So hopefully we'll see some gold in 2025. Yeah, like Penelope looks like she's just owning this match against Dr. Britt. I mean, if she picks up a win against a former AEW Women's Championship, that could put her in the line for an opportunity. So we shall see. I just hope the ladies have a really good, solid match. Nothing short, just pretty solid to the core. Because after this, we have 2 matches left. Leo Rush versus Swerve Strickland. And the main event, the tag team match. FTR versus House of Black, where the winner goes on to the fatal 4-way match at Full Gear. Stone commercial. But I was very curious on this match because I know everybody's rooting for House of Black. I was very curious, and I want people to remember this question. And I'm gonna say this on the post show. Do you think it's a possibility that FTR may turn heel? And the reason I say that is because if you've seen the Outrunners in the last couple of weeks, they've been getting a lot of huge fan base. The fans are showing to love them. They got one of the biggest wins ever on Collision, where they get to appear in their, I want to say, one of the first pay-per-views for AEW on the main card. So I just thought that would be interesting because if House of Black wins, well, either way, do you think it'll be a heel turn for FTR, seeing how they envy some of the popularity the Outrunners are getting? Because you see people wearing their merch, you see them supporting them. So that's something to keep in mind because I've been curious about that the last couple of weeks because I know that FTR and the Outrunners have an alliance, but I just have a feeling, I just have a slight gut feeling that FTR might turn heel. And I wouldn't have a problem with them being heel. I would not have a problem with that. But that's just something that really kind of got me in the loop. But back from commercial, we see Penelope Ford versus Dr. Britt Baker. And it looks like Penelope got the upper hand, but Dr. Britt counter. Penelope Ford. Ooh. And Britt counter. Let's see. Ooh, Britt Baker. Close. Ooh. The crowd, the crowd really ooh, Brit. Ooh, it looks like Brit landed on her knee. Ooh, gymnastics. Four. Ooh, nice kick. And it's funny, it kicked her right in the jaw, and she is a dentist. She is a dentist. Not like it looks like she's gonna end it, but let's see. Dr. Britt countered. Ooh. Ooh, a nice counter by Penelope. Ooh. Is Penelope gonna pick up a win? Kick out. See Penelope. Ooh, missed the moonsault. Kick. Ooh, she gave us Penelope gave us like a kick to the face. Ooh, and she brought the glove, and you know what that means? You know what that means? It looks like she put in the lockjaw. DMV. Ooh, I is Penelope gonna feel it? Oh man, she got to break the submission hold. Ooh, that was kind of a bit. That was a bit of a nasty counter. But it looked like Dr. Britt got her on the lockjaw. She got her on the lockjaw. Is she gonna tap? Ooh, winner by submission. I am so behind on my banners. The winner of this match is Dr. Baker, and she won by submission. I will say that was a good counter by Dr. Penelope Ford. A really good counter. Dr. Britt, I know Summer Dawn, and looky who comes out. Serena D. And remember, these two had a spat going back to the 5th year anniversary episode on Dynamite. So I wouldn't mind seeing a match with those two ladies. Again. I wouldn't mind seeing those two. So at least we're getting more appearances of the ladies on Dynamite. Oh, and here's Mina Shirakawa. So let's see what Mina has to say. Well, ladies. So So we actually have a ladies match. We have another match at to Collision this Saturday. Mina Shirakawa versus Harley Cameron. And I feel like they work so well together. And going into next, Swerve Strickland, Leo Rush. And of course, we see Mr. Naga. And Swerve is dressed up in red, and it means he means business. The Hurt Syndicate mentioned earlier that they will be watching Swerve's match tonight against Nana. We want coffee. People only love Swerve. Touche, Bosa, touche. But if you've seen some of his matches, and of course, he does call himself the most dangerous man in AEW. Plus, he has helped crossover hip hop into wrestling along with Max Caster. So, yes, Nana does provide his success, but Swerve does handle his work in the ring. And plus, he needs to have a manager that supports him. So, I'm very happy he has Swerve there with him. Oh, I was teasing. Swerve has had great success. I know, but I know. It's all good. It's all good here over at the live edition. But it is 9:30. It's almost 9:30, and we're kind of at the halfway point because we're seeing as Leo Rush makes his way to the ring. We have this match, and we have our main event, the tag team match. Get to see Leo Rush in the ring. I'm surprised Layla Gray is not accompanying him to ringside because I thought because normally Layla would accompany Top Flight, but I know she's accompanied Leo Rush in his matches a few times, but I guess she wants him to put on his own. And I always see Leo with a different jacket every time he wrestles. And he's been on a little bit of a hot streak himself. He's got some wins the last 2 weeks on Rampage and Collision, and this match is going to be fire. So Nana's trying to get the crowd up. So it looks like they're staring down with each other. I'm just like, I can't believe somebody put a sign said, Nana, we want coffee. Well, folks, by the way, it is true. Prince now owns a coffee brand, so make sure to check it out on his Instagram. But ooh, it looks like Leo's trying to get the best of Swerve, but Swerve's trying to get his head. And all right, I thought my internet was a little bit funky, but okay, we're back. Okay, it might be internet on my end with this streaming, but we're with Lio Rush and Swerve Strickland, and these guys are pretty much even in a way. Lio Rush with his quickness, of course, you have Swerve, but not just his quickness, but also his groundwork. It looks like Leo's playing they both flipped at the same time. We knew this match was going to deliver, and they're both even. Thank you, Bobby. I think I just had a little bit of a scare at my internet, but I think we're back. We're good. We're back, and we are. But as I mentioned, Leo got into Swerve's face. I knew they would. Yeah, thank you, Bobby. But we're back. We're Rush has the upper hand. So the match is still going on. It's on picture, but during the match, not Swerve. Hope it ain't the same. I hope not either. Actually, here's the thing: you play. I hope not either, because I know my sister Honey, she had issues with it, but I blame the mayor because he had issues with his Wi-Fi as well. So I blame the mayor. Yeah, it has been a good match. I have an interesting question because I know MVP has been giving his business cards for people to join the Hurt Syndicate. Like, you give a card to Lio Rush, Ricochet, of course, Swerve declined, and also the Acclaim. I have two things. One, they need to be far away from Swerve, and they need to be far away from the Acclaim. They need to be far, far away. So, excluding Swerve and the Acclaim, who do you think is going to be the next person in line to join the Hurt Syndicate? Could it be Lio Rush? Could it be Ricochet? Could it possibly be Private Party? I know it's Stokely, but I wouldn't mind them joining the Hurt Syndicate. Or could it be Top Flight? Because for me, for somebody to join the Hurt Syndicate, I would love it to be a star that is on the rise and trying to find their ground. It's just the thing with Swerve, he already has established fan base. Of course, with Nana and has his matches, the Acclaimed, my clients already have an established fan base from the ground up and already former tag team champions, and they're already established. So I think it's best to take a star that's still trying to get their feet working within AEW. That's how I feel, especially with the Hurt Syndicate. But we shall see what happens soon. But going back, waiting for it to be a commercial, but oh, thank you, Bobby. I do appreciate you liking all my clients so far. Yeah, because I kind of didn't think about this because I'm excluding Swerve, I'm excluding the Acclaim because they both already have established fan bases, and it's like you don't want to kind of break up that void. So I'm just thinking of stars that like are not on the rise yet, but could be supportive with MVP as their manager. So there's a lot of different options, and I'll get into a lot deeper than that on the post show, which I'll be doing a separate link for that. So once Dynamite is over, do not go anywhere because I will be posting the post show up later. So excuse me. And I'm just waiting for these commercials to end because I want to see this match. All right, we are back live with Lio Rush and Swerve Strickland. And so far, this match has been pretty even. It's been pretty even. So both of these guys are right outside the ring. And also, this is a nice match ahead of Swerve's match with Bobby Lashley. Also, MVP mentioned earlier that the Hurt Syndicate will be watching backstage in their match. I know Swerve is trying to fill the crowd, but get in the ring. And this is going to sound crazy because I know Swerve is the few of the Hurt Syndicate, but he can't handle all 3 or possibly 4 guys in the ring with the Hurt Syndicate because that's too much to handle. And it looks like he's going to need some unexpected help to even the odds. So I think I know who it could be, but I don't want to jinx it. But let's see. Swerve. Uppercut by Swerve. Doing what he does best. And also, I know he released new music already, so feel free to check it out. Him and Flash Garment. I think it's up on Spotify. And I know if you follow him on Instagram, he released new music, so feel free to check it out. Lio Rush countered. Lio Rush is so quick. Ooh, 1, 2, pick up by Swerve. Lio Rush can't get frustrated. Can't get frustrated. Ooh, he's coming. Ooh. Oh, Lio Rush is trying to do a hurricanrana, but Swerve caught him, and ooh, Lio Rush counter. He landed on his feet on the steel steps. Ooh, hurricanrana. Look, even if Lio Rush loses, you got to give him some credit getting in that match. I mean, you got to give him some credit. That. Oh, frog splash. 1, 2, kick out by Swerve. Not trying to get the crowd up in the ring. He's trying to get Swerve up. Lio Rush, he looks like he wants to put this match away. Let's see. Swerve caught him. Let's see what he's going to do. Dude, Leo has his hand on the rope. Big Donna! That's what you have with a good manager. Big Donna caught him with that. So, Swerve, I think he's trying to end this match here, but Leo's trying to counter as any way he can. Ooh, kick. See, Lio Rush. Look at this. What's Swerve going to do here? Ooh! And your winner is Swerve Strickland. And he wants Bobby Lashley. He wants it. But I got to give credit to Lio Rush. That was a really good match with them. But Swerve, he's ready. He's pumped for full gear. Oh, and let's see what he has to say, because he has a mic, so let's see what he has to say before his highly anticipated match. So after Swerve got in the ring, Bobby Lashley sent a strong message to Swerve heading into full gear. Question is, who's going to need to win more, Bobby Lashley or Swerve? And I'm going to tell you something. Swerve can't. He thinks he can handle all three guys, but there is no way he can do that. And it looks like he's going to need some help. And oh god, dude, he just threw out Dada. And if you notice, Leo Rush is standing right outside. So this is gonna be Bosa said I would say Bobby. This is his debut in AEW. I feel like Bobby Lashley wins. That is true. I mean, this is his win, and also pinning a former AEW champion. That would be interesting. So, but yeah, it looks like Swerve is gonna need some. He's gonna need some unexpected help with this because he can't handle all three guys on his own. Oh, and we see the lovely Jamie Hager. So let's see what she has to say. I know that's really interesting because I really wanted to see Jamie Hager because I think the one thing that she wants is the AEW Women's World Championship. But we got a promo from this Julia Hart, who we have not seen since Dynasty back in April of this year, where she lost the TBS Championship to Willow Nightingale. So I'm very happy to see Julia Hart's return, and could we potentially see a feud between Jamie Hager and Julia Hart? Because I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I'm just sad they cut Jamie's promo. That is so short. But oh my goodness, we are pretty much almost at the finish line to tonight's Dynamite because we are now in the main event. House of Black versus FTR. The winner of that match goes on to the Fatal 4-Way match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Yeah, that is true, Bosa, but this happens every week. They always go over the time limit. But you know what? Look, when they get that much money, when they get that much money from TBS, TNT, True TV, and especially when you have that contract, I don't blame him for doing some overrun. But I knew for this one match in particular, it's going to be an overrun, and I'm hopefully it gets an overrun. No, I'm not mad either. I just wanted to hear Jamie's plans on what she was doing because I think she wants to get a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship because she's a former champion herself, and I don't blame her. I wouldn't mind seeing a rivalry with her and Mariah May. But we shall see. But I give an exception to the overrun because I feel like this match is going to heat up. Actually, this is going to be interesting. I know this is not going to happen, but would this be kind of hilarious if it ended in a draw? Because I feel like anytime FTR and House of Black meet each other, it always goes down to the wire. I don't know why, but it just always goes down to the wire. But for this one, we need a winner, and they're definitely gonna cook a lot of. They're definitely gonna cook a lot for this match. So I'm excited to see it. And plus, it's always nice to see the tag team division get main event spotlight. Doesn't have to focus on the mega stars, but it's nice to see the tag team and the women get love. Oh, and you know it's main event time because here are the tag team champions. And they were actually eyeing on the Outrunners versus Top Flight in their match. So they will be eyeing on this match. So this is going to be. And plus, I always love seeing the tag team division. Actually, the tag team division and the women's division get main event love on Dynamite. It's always nice to see. So they will be eyeing this match. And I love it because, like I said, we saw them, this past Saturday on Collision when they were eyeing the Outrunners and Top Flight, and they're going to be eyeing this match too. And I love that they're scouting the competition because I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be an ultimate test for them, the Fatal 4-Way. Because if they want to be strong, serious champions, along with representing AEW and fighting, they need to win this match. They have to win this match. And they're going up against some teams that are no joke. So, and let me change my banner. This is what happens when you get so caught up in the match that you forget to change your banner. You forget to say, and here comes the House of Black! Brody King, Malachi Black. So, the House of Black is making their way into the ring. And it's nice to see the House of Black on Dynamite. We got to see this the last couple weeks. We got to see the last couple weeks when they faced off against Adam Cole. We got to see Buddy Matthews face off against Adam. We got to see Malachi Black face off against Adam Cole last week. But this is going to be a fun match. So, Malachi Black's making their entrance, and we're just waiting on their challengers. And here comes FTR. I will say, it's nice for them when they have the retro music. And I will say, I do like their jackets, by the way. I love them. Here comes FTR. I'm the tag team champion. Oh! I feel like here comes Dax and Cash. They're making their way to the ring. I don't know if it's me, but I just listened to like the reception of FTR, and I thought the fans were crazy. I thought the fans would go crazy for FTR because I feel like almost every time they're on Collision, they're on Dynamite, they go crazy for them. I don't know. It could be me. So, main event time. We're starting off with Dax and Brody King. Shot by Dax. I'm going to keep saying Dax. Well, Dax should know that he faced House of Black many times. So, this match is going to go down to the wire. So, he tagged in Cash. And look, there's Private Party. They're looking at that match, and he takes it seriously because you're going to be going up against some contenders. Doesn't matter who's going to be in it. But after this match, there is one final match that's going to happen on Collision. Collision will be live from Albany tomorrow, but it's going to air on Saturday. It's going to be La Facción Incomprenable that consists of Rouge, the Beast Mortos, and Holistico taking on the Acclaimed. And that's the final match. My clients, by the way, the Acclaimed. So it is kind of a homecoming because technically it is kind of a homecoming for the Acclaimed to think about it because Max Caster lives in Long Island. So Long Island, I don't think it's not far from Albany. So we shall see. But they just announced the matches for Collision this weekend. Outside of them, it's Mariah May versus Anna Jay for the AEW Women's World Championship match. No disqualification. Harley Cameron versus Mina Shirakana. And then, of course, Johnny TV taking on Daniel Garcia, who, by the way, has a match against Jack Perry for the TNT Championship. So, thank you, Bobby, for rooting for my clients. I mean, it's always hard because people get so annoyed by seeing the Acclaimed, and I'm like, they haven't had a title shot in 2 years. And plus, FTR was the ones that cost them the title match against the Young Bucks on Dynamite when it was in Virginia. So I just want to be very specifically clear on that. I mean, I am going for my clients, the Acclaimed, because also considering Anthony Bowens is from New Jersey, and it's like, you can't leave your hometown heroes out of this pay-per-view. So, of course I'm rooting for my clients. I would love to see them in the match. They don't even have to get pinned. They don't even have to be the ones getting pinned. They could just be in the match. But anyways, switching back here to main event. We have Jack. Well, Jack. I'm just gonna keep saying it all night. Dax and Cash. Malachi Black, he's eyeing Dax. And here comes Cash with that attack. It looks like they're trying to do House of Black. I think they're trying to do Malachi's signature move, which you would think it's fine, but not against the House of Black. But the match is going in picture, where even though it's a commercial, the match is still going on. So, Cash, Malachi Black. See, 1, 2, kick out by Malachi Black. Jack putting a headlock on Malachi Black. And also, I definitely want to thank everybody for joining on this watch along for Dynamite. It's been a fun show. Definitely doing that as it continues the road to full gear because it's next Saturday from Newark, New Jersey at the Prudential Arena. So I'm very excited. So before I do that, I definitely want to give a shout out to Boza, Bobby, Hassan, Cousin Ron, my WWT sister Honey, I know she's watching this because she's seen the House of Black, Bryan Danielson, Bianca Mello. Thank you guys for joining on this watch along for Dynamite. I know last week was a little bit chaotic with Dynamite and AEW. Oh God, Dynamite and NXT last week, but you get to watch your Dynamite and you get to enjoy the action. But don't go anywhere because I will be doing my post show shortly. It'll be on a different link, so hold on to your seats. Do not go anywhere because I will give you my thoughts and my rundown of the entire show. So going back to the main event because it's on picture in picture. Match is still going on. I see Cash made the tag to Dax, and they're really taking out Malachi. It's like they don't even want to tag Brody in. Dax and Malachi Black. Oof. Dax is just really putting on a beating of Malachi Black. I know Honey's not taking that lightly. Let's see. Dax and Malachi back in the ring. Putting a headlock in. I just hope this match does. I mean, I don't even care if it's an overrun. I just hope this is a really good match and they have a really good time limit for it. Cash, Malachi Black trying to counter. He's trying to tag Brody in. Yeah, I can tell because I had to take my headphones off because I thought at least FTR would get a good reception, but I didn't hear the fans chant. And a lot of people were going for the House of Black. They were cheering. And he made the tag to Brody. Here comes Brody King. That would be interesting if Julia Hart came out. That would be really interesting. We have seen Julia Hart making promos, but that would be interesting if she did make a surprise appearance. Brody, he's just like a one-man wrecking machine, taking out both Dax and Cash. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so I had to take off my headphones. My headphones were a bit dying. So we are in tag team action between FTR and House of Black. And Brody, he's just a one-man wrecking machine. Brody's like a one-man wrecking machine. He's trying to pick up both Dax and Cash. See? Ooh, and it looks like Cash is trying to get some offense. Trying to do a powerbomb on Brody. Tag made to Dax. Ooh, double team. Well, Boza, to be fair, they should know better considering the matches that they had and Collision when Collision first started. If you've seen some of the history they had with each other with the matches, it was crazy. But yeah, House of Black is no joke. They're moves up by Malachi. Ooh, because also there's another reason why. I'm not sure if they. I don't think they were tag team champions, but they were former trios champions. So they, they found some gold. Former trios champion, which personally for me, I would love to see them go against the trios championship because I know the Death Riders try to intimidate everybody, but it would just be so awesome to see the House of Black take all those belts. Man, so I'm telling you, it's no joke. All right, next week, Ready PA, we got some matches announced. We got Wheeler Yuta versus my client, OC, Orange Cassidy, and then we have Darby after that crazy attack earlier tonight. We get to see Darby Allin versus Claudio Castagnoli. So far we have 2 matches on the final Wednesday before Full Gear, coming to you from Reading, Pennsylvania. Oh, I'm sure we're going to probably have some more announced matches for Dynamite. Let's see. Okay. Double team. Suplex. Ooh, knees by Brody. Malachi Black on the top rope. Ooh. He's taking Brody. 1, 2. Ooh, kick out my dad. Bobby, I could see that happening. I could see Buddy Matthews being part of the Continental Classic. That would be crazy. Well, let's go. Ooh. FTR. I think this is it. Is it? Is this it? Is this it? Ooh, Malachi took out. You know what? At this point, I don't even care. I don't even care who wins. Private Party is going to go up against a tough tag team ever from this match in particular because this is one of the strongest pillars that AEW had when they first started was their tag team. Malachi is trying to do a counter. What's he going to do here? Woo! That's a nasty outside of the ring apron. Look out. Whoa! Oh my god, Brody! I don't care what anybody says, Brody! Oh my god. Woo! A nasty clothesline! 1, 2! Kick out my dad! Woo! Brody! Kick out my dad! And they very rarely ever lose FTR. Very rare. And Private Party should be taken seriously because, like I said, I don't care who wins. You're going to be taking on one of these tag teams, and they are no joke. I think I hear people cheering for Brody. Oh, we went the headlock to those kids. Brody, you putting Jax. This is it? What? No way! Oh my god! House of Black! House of Black! Wow, where's Honey when you need her? I know she is so excited. She is super excited. Yep, Private Party, you're facing off against the former Trios champions. Yeah, because I don't think they've been Trios champions. I don't think they've ever been tag team champions. But yay, House of Black! It's an upset because the House of Black and FTR knew each other, and plus they've been a rivalry. But those just be the Facción and Cope de Noble. Well, I'm going for my clients in that match. I mean, I want to see my boys. I want to see Anthony come home to the Garden State. And then look, shaking hands after the match for respect, because as I remembered, they've had tons of rivalries since the start of Collision. Huge matches. So I am excited to see. But I sense a heel turn from FTR because remember, they have an alliance with the Outrunners, and the Outrunners are in the match. So, what? And you're probably thinking, Courtney, what are you thinking? Well, you're just gonna have to wait and see. But this has been a wonderful edition of Dynamite. Please give me at least 10, 15 seconds to at least get my brain right. Everything else, it would be really interesting to see because I need to get everything in motion and getting my thoughts in. But be on the lookout because my post show will be on a separate link because I will be giving you all my thoughts in tonight's episode of Dynamite and what to expect, not just tonight, but also this weekend on Collision and next week as we get into Full Gear. So don't go anywhere and give me at least 10, 15 seconds. And this has been a wonderful edition of Stone Cold Elite Wednesday, and I will see you in the post show. I will see you in the post show.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.